What's up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield here with Jonathan Dornbush, and we're just talking about the full lineup for the PlayStation Classic. It's out there now.
Yes.
Jonathan, what's your first impression?
My first impression is I am surprised by a lot of the inclusions, but also...
Or the missing games.
I'm not surprised by the omissions.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there are a lot of games I think that are synonymous with the PlayStation that are not included, but to me it's pretty obvious why.
Okay, so for example?
Yeah, so a few of the big ones obviously are all of the original Crash games, the Spyro the Dragon games, the Resident Evil Director's Cut is on there, but RE2, which is very beloved obviously, is not on there as well. Wipeout isn't there.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of, I think, big, huge, when you think of PlayStation, you think of those games aren't included.
And all of those games, as it just so happens, have all gotten sort of remakes or remasters recently, and of course Resident Evil 2 is coming in January.
Yeah, and
do you think that's the reason why they're not here?
I think that, like, unfortunately, the reason I think is a business one, because there's no reason to include those games when you can make people go buy the newer, prettier versions of those games on your system as well. We're seeing a lot of those games sort of be fronted when they're not PlayStation exclusive still as on PlayStation. Like RE2, a lot of the messaging has been with PlayStation. We saw that game first debut at the E3 press conference.
Yeah.
So to include a lot of those games in especially a 20-game lineup on this console just doesn't make much business sense.
But then, as you're saying at the top of this conversation, that it also allows room for some more surprising games.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest flaw you can think about is why didn't they just increase the lineup of games? But since it's only going to be 20 games, that's sort of a moot point at this stage. But because those games aren't included, that lets franchises that are still really popular now, but have their origins that are still kind of stuck back there.
Yeah.
We now get a revival of those. So you see Metal Gear Solid, you see the original Persona, which I did not expect. You see Rainbow Six,
the original Rainbow Six,
Rayman. So you're seeing a lot of still beloved franchises get a spotlight that I don't think they would if those games had been included in the PlayStation Classic.
I'm surprised to see games in there like Mr. Driller and Super Puzzle Fighter.
Yes.
Which that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're in there. I was just a little bit surprised.
Yeah, there were definitely some surprises for me. I think some things are also probably their rights issues or maybe agreements with other studios that couldn't work out. Like I would have loved a Tony Hawk game, but probably getting music rights for a decades-old game would have been a little difficult.
We also got that Tony Hawk HD a few years ago also for the last-gen consoles.
Yeah, very true.
It also, the big question mark for me, it remains to be seen how well these games hold up.
Yeah.
It's not a big secret that 16-bit games kind of have this timelessness. They still look incredible today and play really well. That transition, those early 3D games when they started using polygons, they're not always the prettiest games, and they can feel a little clunky by today's standards. So, the original Siphon Filter, I haven't played it since it was originally released.
Yeah.
Does it hold up today? We're about to find out.
We'll find out, yeah. I'm curious about that too, but it's nice to see, I think, this wider breadth of the PlayStation being celebrated, especially in the Classic, and letting some of the games we maybe didn't think as classics actually get a spot.
Well, how about you? What do you think about the PlayStation Classic lineup? Let us know in the comments, and for more on everything PlayStation, stay tuned, IGN.